Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today, as you can see, we have two loaves of bread. Now, one of these loaves of bread has 8-wheel drive, and the other one has 4-wheel drive, although that may prove to be a little bit less important than you might think it is right now. Now, there are two different mods on display right now. This one is the Z2 modified loaf, and this one is the dub bread. I almost did not say that correctly, but it's very hard to say dub bread very quickly and not entirely mess it up. Now, let's go ahead and get the dub bread inside the garage, and as you can see, this thing is a all-wheel drive, always-on vehicle, although you do have to switch into low range to activate the diff lock. Now, we're going to do a full build on this thing. We're going to throw the twin-turbo high-powered engine in it. We're doing the bullet 6-speed, actually, not a bullet 6-speed. Oh my god, I'm used to saying 6-speed on these trucks. Bullet 8-speed, not 6-speed, but 8-speed. And suspension-wise, we're going to do the 6-inch lift with the max flex setup. Now, in terms of wheels and tires, Dubs has actually given us quite a legit selection of wheels and tires to go through on this thing, and a lot of you guys can probably recognize a lot of these tires from some of the other rigs that Dubs has been involved with. Now, let's throw the... let's do the 40-inch TSLs. Those look freaking sick. And then we're going to do, let's see, tall mushroom snorkel. And rear bumper-wise, we have, a small variety, nothing too crazy. I think I'm going to leave the stock one on the back, and then we can actually do whatever, oh god. Wait a minute. There we go, spare wheel. And then once you put the spare wheel up there, then you could throw a spare tire up there. For example, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's the same tire. I was like, wait a second, we're not doing this correctly. Hey! That's awesome. It's now an angry bread. An absolutely massively angry loaf. Okay, now, in terms of the front bumper setup, yes, I dig that. That one is brilliant. Let's see, where is it putting the twin horns? I don't see them, so I'm not sure where they are. Let's see, we're gonna do a... Let's see, roof rack, we'll do a rear ladder. What is the cab rack? Oh, I see. It's essentially like a cab protector. That's actually pretty cool. Let's see, we could do, Dubs coolers. That's awesome. We'll do gas cans, high lift jack, rack straps. Well, I'll tell you what. Hold on. The tent, TC's toolbox. Let's go. All right, exhaust, and then factory dual exhaust tipped. Where is that? Oh, okay. So let's see, I've already got, like, the snorkel exhaust, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. And then colors-wise, we can essentially paint it whatever color we want. And at the end of the day, I really think that that kind of dark green really suits the loaf in general, so I kind of want to keep it that way. But at the same time, I want to do something a little bit different. I feel like you never see a red loaf. You could do a red loaf, you could do kind of like an orange one, you could do a tan one. I dig the tan one, but I think, you know what? We're going to do orange on this one. And then on the dash, of course, it's time for beans. Now, this is going to be your fully built, heavily modified dub bread. And one of my favorite things about this hilarious little van is the fact that it likes to do wheelies. Check this out. Whoa! Oh, that's freaking insane. Bro, what? All right, I want to do that from interior view. Hang on. Let's see if I can wheelie through this gate without... Oh, God. Nope, I cannot wheelie through the gate. I didn't realize I wasn't pointed directly forward. Hang on. All right, let me realign myself. Let's go! That's so wild to have it do that, like, in first-person view. That is insane. All right, let's go and repair and refuel the dub bread. And now, we're going to do the Z2 Con Roly-Poly. And we're going to get this thing into the garage, build it up, and then see which one is more ridiculous to drive. Small engine, stage 4. And let's see, small gearbox, V2. And what? Manual control over the road. Oh, okay. We'll just do raised. That seems to be a better, that seems to be a better approach for this thing. Larger Tega tires, although I will say that the dub bread has a little bit of an advantage with, not having Bluetooth axles. Now, let's see. Z2 Scout winch. I'm not gonna... Well, I guess I'll go ahead and do the spare wheel. Let's see. Tall forged sheet. And let's see. Roof rack. Yeah, that's fine. Hidden crane. We will do that. Roof ladder. We'll throw that right there. And we can't have the trailer hitch there if we have the roof ladder, but I'm not really going to worry about trailers all that much. Stock bumper is going to be fine with me on this one. I'll do the tri-square beacons. And let's see. Protective bar and factory sun visor. And we'll do the Tega wheels. I mean, that's, you know, the Tega wheels fit it very well. And I guess on this thing, since it does actually fit, you know, the special wrap, I'll go ahead and run it with the special wrap. The only thing is the actual, like, crane housing on the back, which, by the way, if you were not aware, that is a working crane. So let's see. Crane mode. And as you can see, it's obviously not gonna be a super heavy-duty crane, but it can lift a fair amount of stuff, and I love that. I absolutely freaking love that. Like, you can rotate it around, you can position it wherever you want, and then you can legitimately use it as an actual crane. It's absolutely freaking hilarious. Now, with the top engine, this thing takes off, and wow, this thing rolls more coal than, like, your neighborhood tuned diesel pickup from down the road. That's brilliant. All right. Now that we have these two very spicy loaves built and ready to go, let's lead the dub bread along behind this thing, and we'll head to our first obstacle. Now, our first obstacle, I'm sure these things are both going to destroy it, but I think it's really going to be interesting once we get both of them in the mud and see what happens there. Now, let's pull you around through here. I feel like if the dub bread was in front, it would be having less issue through the water. This thing is oddly slowed down by water. I mean, it's not super odd, but at the same time, I'm like, huh, you're slowing down more than I thought you would. Now, the first obstacle, hill climb. This thing is, I'm sure, going to get it done no problem at all. Easy. Super easy. But here's the, whoa, okay, don't throw it into high while you're facing a rock. That will get very bad very quickly. All right, so let's stop you right there. Now let's go into the dub bread and see what it does. Now, this thing actually has a little bit more of a, it's a little bit more of a ferocious power delivery than the other one. Wow. I was feathering it in high on the way up, like legitimately feathering the throttle. Hang on. We're going to use the Baja Crew as a, no, hold on. There we go. We're going to use the Baja Crew as a rescue vehicle because I decided lifting the dub bread to the moon was going to be a good idea. There we go. All right, now we could say goodbye to the Baja Crew and return to our ever-trusty dub bread. Now, let's fire you back up, get you turned around, and whoa, where are you going? Let's not do that. Easy. Ooh. All right. So now, with literally only one rollover under our belt so far, which is actually kind of surprising to me, we're going to continue on. Although I will be also changing the time and the weather because I was not a fan of the ultra dreary rainstorm going on. Oh boy. See, this thing always has contact with the ground somewhere, and so it never really has to worry about rocks. I mean, rocks are not really a concern for it. It's just not at all in any way a problem. Now, let's barrel you over this edge. Ooh. Actually, putting it in high right there probably helped save it. And now, we're going to throw it into the, oh god, throw it into the mud pit and see what happens in here. The only thing is I'm going to have to keep it out of high range, I feel, because high range is actually really slow. These modified Tega tires turn this thing into what almost feels like a hovercraft. Oh my god, it's very bouncy. Although it legitimately feels like on a lot of this mud it floats. Like, is that like weird to say? It legitimately feels hovercraft-like. It's very strange, but it also works quite well. I mean, I'm actually very impressed by that. Super weird, but again, it does work, although we have fully damaged out the suspension, so that is definitely worth noting. Alright, dub bread, let's go. The flex on this thing is really good for what it is. Oh no, don't flip it again. Thank you. You know, if I had known that this transmission didn't have low ranges, I probably wouldn't have gone with it, but at the same time, I mean, it's the 8-speed yeet box, so I should have known, you know what I mean? Oh, that's not a good position. Let's see if we can drive our way out of it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hang on. That was bad driving. That was very bad driving on my part. Let me realign my dub bread. There we go. Find some grip at the front end. Get it. Not bad. There you go. Once it finds its footing, it's got tremendous amounts of grip, and it's very angry about the fact that it's being made to climb this rock right now. You know what? We may end up back on our wheels. Ooh, physics have happened. And you know what? What? I'm not able to... Wow, all right. I figured I would be able to reach that, but I'm not. Now, let's see. I can reach you from there, though. You are coming with me. It really is a great little vehicle. Do not let what has been happening on some of those rock obstacles, like, sway your opinion of the dub bread. It is a hilarious vehicle to drive in general. Just remember the fact that you're literally in a leaf-sprung, heavily lifted van, and it will get top-heavy on you, especially if we're talking about this from a realistic standpoint. Ain't that right, Beans? Yep, I would say so. Whoa! It doesn't slow down at all in the shallow mud, I will tell you that. Even in the moderate mud. Wow, this thing's a little mud truck once it gets going. Alright, that's full power. Oh my god! Bro, it moves! Until it gets to where... Yeah, until it gets to where it needs lockers, but like... Man, up until that point, it shreds through the mud. That's insane. No visible winch attachment points. Really? Dang it. That's annoying. That means I'm gonna have to go get this thing. I said come with me. Thank you. You yeet. Come on. Now, I will say going through the dips obstacle is gonna be a bit odd because this will potentially just flow right over everything. And then the dub bread is going to have to drive through it, obviously, because it's like 4 wheels versus, what, 8? Yeah, you're just going to float right through this, aren't you? With essentially little to no... Oh, God. Ooh, sheesh. All right. I got to admit, though, the physics are weird. This thing literally just bounces everywhere. But if you... Whoa! If you don't balance your throttle inputs, you will wind up in some very weird, almost zero gravity feeling situations that don't make sense at all. And you really have to get used to the way this thing drives, because it is weird. Very weird. You can even backflip it by accident if you're not careful. Alright, so like one rollover later, we made our way through the... dips obstacle. I feel like the dub bread is gonna have a much easier time. Like a much easier, much smoother time going through there. Alright, easy. Woo! I find myself also using the handbrake more than the regular brakes in this thing. I don't know why. It's a very odd thing, but... Oh, there you go. It's got silly amounts of grip, though. These swampers freaking dig in and do work. There you go. Ooh, easy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There it is. Not bad. Dude, as long as it's got tires on the ground and, like, as long as it's got contact points for which to dig in, it rips. I mean, it is A-okay, good to go. Here we go. Just a little bit more send. Come on, just a little bit more send, and then we will be good to go. I gotta say, though, you know, at the end of the day, this thing made it through the dips with no rollover at all, whereas the other one, I was constantly having to prevent it from rolling over. Now, we're going to take both of these contraptions to the bridge jump, and we're going to see which one can not only fly farther, but which one drives away better. Driving away better kind of, you know, it's a little bit of a variety of considerations. One of those considerations is whether or not it actually drives away, and the other one of those considerations is whether or not it actually lands on its wheels and then how much damage it gets. So, a lot of interesting factors to consider, but I think they're both going to be, You know what? I'm not even gonna think about it. I look back and that thing is freaking like, literally, it's gone roly-poly on me. I will definitely say the dub bread is easier to keep on its wheels. That is for dang sure. I mean, I've got dev tools to repair with, so I'm not concerned about the damage, but man, that thing is going to be fully damaged out by the time we get it up to the bridge jump, isn't it? It's going to be bad. Like, it's going to be real bad. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Whoa! Easy. Oh, it's back on its wheels. Thank you. All right, so dub bread versus the bridge jump. First run. Oh, God. Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be some properly, like, big speed. Oh my God. That landing was perfect. This thing stayed super level, and the landing was beautiful. I couldn't have asked for better. I legitimately could not have asked for better than that. There's no way I could have asked for that to go better. Now, that means that the roly-poly loaf is gonna have, or the loafy-poly, whatever you want to call it, is gonna have its work cut out for it, for sure. The only thing about this one is the fact that it's got all the weight in the back because of the crane. So that does give it a little bit of an advantage, at least. All right, here we go. Flat out. There's fifth gear. This is flat, y'all. I mean, there ain't much more to it than that. Whoa! Okay, so here's the thing. It ended up on its wheels, but it was way less controlled. And it stayed super level right when it left the jump, and then as it was getting closer and closer to the ground, it started getting, like, it started diving, like, a lot. It started really pitching forward. But at the end of the day, these are both really hilarious little rigs, and A, if you love the loaf, you've got to check both of these mods out, and B, if you love, like, fun, interesting, and slightly wacky mods, once again, you got to check these things out. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time.